Hey, all right, let's get into another TA video here. This is another one I've been watching, a scary one in a sense. But I like to look at a lot of the stuff that's going down baby for a while and try to catch something close to the bottom to load up on something, even if it ends up being a swing trade or whatever. Made a few plays off of this. This one is Nikola Corporation. A lot of people are afraid of it because it had such a big move at one point and just dumped on everybody. As we see on the RSI, we had that bottom. We're in a rising channel. We got back in. We fell out of it originally, got back in, broke out of it, came above this trend line up top. If you look on the left here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 touches down below, and it seems like it doesn't want to go much lower. As you see, we came up back into the rising channel, got rejected, and now it looks like we're coming back down to test this trend line again. If we can catch support there, we shouldn't be looking too bad, honestly. I know it's a scarier play, but I'm thinking that wouldn't be a bad thing to start grabbing something around here, depending on what it does on this trend line as the RSI comes back down.
So as you see, we're in the rising channel here, and we're testing the 20 daily moving average right now. The RSI looks like it could definitely come up to create some sort of double top up there. It seems like it's pointing upwards, and the trend line here is probably where I'm thinking it's going to touch, somewhere in this area, which would be a pretty solid move. Could be up to the $24 area before it either comes back down, rides this line a little bit and shoots up, or if it ends up just breaking out there. Obviously we can't tell the future, so we're not sure exactly where it's going to end up yet. So as you see here, the bottom of this rising channel is at 21.17, 21.41 area. If we were to drop below that, obviously you're looking down at a 17.16 to come back down and retest that bottom one more time. I don't really think it's going to do that, but we would have to put some stop losses around the 20.84 area or so, 20.50, to figure it out. But it almost looks like we're creating some sort of W in this area right here, which could create a decent move to do exactly what I was talking about, which is come up here and test that part of the rising channel. So we're definitely going to want to keep an eye on that. I've already made one decent play on this, and I'm preparing to make another one. So let's go over, take a look at the hourly just to see where things are heading. I'm going to take a trend line to point and see what we got. So it looks like it's working out here, almost like a bull flag on the 1 hour. So we drew that trend line at the top, and now let's kind of catch where our support would be at the bottom by lining up those two. That first little W that gave us a little push, line it up with this bottom where we caught support. So we're in bull flag, I would call it. It is pointing to the downside, which could be a little concern that it could fall all the way down to that bottom line. But remember, this is at the 1 hour, so the movement, obviously, it's very possible it's going to come down there. It doesn't mean you're going to go super low, but that could be that 21.40 area or whatever we just talked about. So that would kind of be the buy area if you're going to make a play on this. And then we would end up breaking out of that and possibly coming back up to the top. Seeing that the yellow line there is pointing up, we're following underneath it. We might have even caught a little bit of support under it. The 50 is sitting at 21.80. That trend line's at 21.05. So 21.80 could be that bottom of that 1 hour RSI where we would catch support, depending on if we don't just continue to follow this 20 EMA. And if it comes up and crosses over this 100 green EMA, then we're really going to be looking pretty decent, and I'm kind of feeling like we're going to be getting that movement. So let's take a quick look at the daily and see what we got. As you see, the 20 daily moving average, curving up, as we talked about. The volume here wasn't actually too bad. Obviously, we had way more volume up in this range, hit the 20 EMA, and then we sold off a little bit. Seems like a lot of buyers came in, ended up with that rounding top, which crashed us back down to that trend line. And now we're going to come up for another test of that trend line. And if we can break out, we'll probably be coming up to the 24, 23.99 area. So let's take a look at the weekly. So as for the weekly, as you see, we came down and tested this very bottom trend line. We got 2 touches on it, and then we started creating this. Almost, it does look like a bear flag in a sense, which would be the scary part, but I would rather call it a rising channel. Obviously, the 20 weekly is curving over. We're getting, not so much rejected, but we're kind of close to touching this red 50 weekly moving average, which would be that 23.85 area, 24.05 or so. If we can get support there, then we're definitely moving up to the 28. Definitely moving up to that 28 area. And I'm actually, after looking at the monthly time frame, not thinking we're going to come down to that 17.11. I think we're going to follow this rising channel up. And usually rising channels are a bearish pattern, but seeing that we're in this overall giant triangle here, it's very possible that we end up moving for a breakout in closer to the end of November. It's looking like November 30th, maybe even sooner. But I'm thinking that the next month is going to be a good month for Nikola, according to the TA. So if we take a look at, let's see, the RSI here, as we see, it's looking like a nice W. This is on the weekly as well. So right now, if it ends up turning into a nice W, we could have a little bit longer, maybe another week or two, before we see anything really good. But anything we grab in this 22 range is going to be very good if we can get broken out. We're probably not going to be coming back down to retest that area. So that's why I try to look for those buy spots that would keep us our money safe in the long term. We'll be in a lot of profits after it starts moving up. As you see, around the 1818 area is the 20 monthly EMA. Now, last month it looks like we came down, touched a little bit below it, but bought right back up. And this month we came down and we just almost touched it at the 1818, 1836 area. So if we look at our fib lines for the monthly, the 0.236 is at around 39.80. 0.382 is around $49 to $50. 0.5 is at $58.81. 0.618 looks for around $68, $66, and the 0.786 is at $76. And we could come all the way up to the $90 where we came last time, which is, that's way up there. But let's take a look at where these moving averages are. As you can see, we've got that first golden cross, and we're heading up to cross the 100 EMA. That would be, I think, around the $24 area. So if we can get above that, we might even be able to get up to that $40 range. So, like I said, that could be a nice double. Can't guarantee it's going to happen, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. But that's about it. If you guys want me to look at anything else, let me know. I'm going to try to do these on Saturdays and Sundays especially, seeing that the markets open up on Monday, and we'll see how the week goes. Hopefully we'll have some green weeks. Let me know how you like these. Take care.